Good morning. This is Dr. Mia Lueth. It is Saturday, April 27th, 2024. What time is it? Hold up. 6:34 a.m. Eastern New York time, USA. It's Saturday morning, so the people who do the 5-day work week get the vacation or whatever. It's usually chores. That's usually what happens. Adults, they big plans. Yeah, I gotta clean out the garage, and then there's like this and this, right? Typical Saturday stuff. Uh, so I am dedicating my documentary to my dad, who is deceased, passed away in 2005. One Major Fritz H.A. Lueth, retired. So I did start editing. There's some things that I have to go outside to get some things, but I needed to wait for the weather to be a little more compliant that way. So that's happening. I'm sitting with my legs crossed, and this is not happy times for my knees. So, okay. Ooh. There we go. Yes. All the things that people take for granted. And when it's gone, like, oh no, come back, my good knees, where did you go? I have this. Anyway, so I do actually hair hang. That's my freak show talent. Hair hanging. Well, I got the hair for it too. But that's the thing, is right now I did have a hangy bar, but somehow I managed to lose all the hardware when it got taken apart the last time. I have a feeling it went in the trash. There's some things that kind of went into the trash that may not have, maybe shouldn't have, but it's a little too late now if that's what happened to it. So I have to get a new one. It's good for just hanging therapy. Like, you can align your spine, stretch out your body. It helps you just naturally stretch. Gravity does it for you. There's no major work or effort that needs to be put in, so that's helpful to me. But the hanging bar, once I get a new one, is also a good way for me to test a hair rig. So I can also hang there by my hair. True story. So while I have all this hair, I have been trying to figure out how to build a proper hair rig, because that has to be fashioned from scratch. Uh, so yes, the hanging bar is good for. I can't do pull-ups or chin-ups, but I can hang, and helps reduce the pressure on the spine and other kind of things. So that's helpful. But I can also test out a hair rig. I'm short enough that if I can hook up a hair rig, I have some space between my feet and the floor, so I can at least move in certain ways and get used to hanging by the hair. So that is one of the things that I have been looking into. I most likely will, at some point, I'll find a hair cage. There's a couple different ways that I can do a rig, but there's a specialty item that I need, so that is where the major monetary cost comes in. But it's not that expensive. It's just there needs to be a certain, yeah, there's weight and there's a, I don't know, tensile strength. There's all kinds of stuff. But essentially, I do have the hair for it now. So I can, at home, rig up, fix up a hair rig. And so instead of hanging by my arms, which I can't do right now anyway, rotator cuffs, oh, Lord almighty. Yeah, I have a feeling that this one might require surgery. So, yes, hanging using my arms might not be possible anyway. Um, I've lost a good bit of weight. Some of it's because I'm sick, so let's just be careful about. Oh, you look so great. Oh, yeah, because I'm dying. I know some people just walk right into it, and it's not fair. It's just like, yeah, come at them. So I can say that sometimes I just don't say much. Anyway, so yeah, hair hanging is something I gotta get the right kind of rig. But that's another reason that I'm kind of now focusing on the kind of things that I need, which it's minimal. But I can do hang therapy even if I can't use my arms because I'm a hair hanger. So it does work out for me that way. So I need another hanging bar. They're like $25, $30. And once I get a good rig, I can still do hang therapy. It's just going to be by my hair. And the way that my apartment is made, I can't fasten anything to the ceiling. So I have to use one of those that hook onto a door frame. So I can't do full practice spins. There's some things I can't do in my apartment, but I can at least get the right kind of rig and get used to yeah, not using my hands. Uh, it's still good therapy because I may not be able to hang on a hang bar for that, for hang therapy, if people know what that is, with my arms, but I can still do it with my hair. So, um, I've been looking around for some things that I found the right kind of open hair cage. Uh, and I know where I can get some kanzashi. Kanzashi. The kanzashi are basically meant for decoration. They're yeah, there is a way for me to use two of them uh, once the rig is good to go, and I know I have a certain turning radius. The kansashi can help maintain the stability. Also good for decoration. So if you don't know what kansashi are, they're hair sticks. Female hair sticks, if you've seen them. Men use them too in certain places, right? Meant for long hair, basically keeps your right. They're hair sticks, and you put them in the beans. They're called kansashi. Kansashi, right? So they're fairly inexpensive. I can get them anywhere. Um, and a hair cage, but it has to be an open hair cage. So spiral hair cages work better. Uh, so the right kind of uh, there are different kinds of hooks that I could probably use, but most likely a spinning carabiner is what's going to happen. carabiner on a spinner. Uh, so there's plenty of them that can hold a certain amount of weight. But I can't necessarily test the spin where I live at this moment because my turning radius in door frames is limited, but I can at least get to practice it and test the hair rig and make sure that everything I need is in my hair. It's hard to explain. Yes, but that's basically the gist of it. So I use Kansashi for something specific. They're not meant, they're not meant to hold a lot of weight, but if you use two of them, you can stabilize your rigging is the best way I can put it. So I'm a hair hanger. Even though I can't do hand therapy with my arms right now, my shoulders can't take it. That's why it's a little more important for me to be able to get another hang bar and some things I need for rigging. So I have to save up for those things. People don't like to donate. Apparently, charity is gone from this world or something. I don't know. Because anybody donates to me, it's tax deductible in the US because I actually have a real bona fide nonprofit. And I've been trying to find a few skilled people who, yes, because at some point, if you become one of the members of the board, eventually you can make it into a paid position. I need skilled volunteers. There are human beings like that out there, and some of them live locally, so you know what I'm saying. Anyway, hair hanging is one of the things that I'm hoping by the end of the summer, end of August, around there, I will have a full rig ready to go. And by then, I should be used to connecting, disconnecting, turning certain things. So that's pretty much the goal. But the major goal for me is try and knock out as many annual and follow-up and med review doctor's appointments as I can before September. So pretty much every other day I'm making some kind of medical appointment. So I have some of that locked down. And I know there's some medication relief coming, which is good. If it really comes down to it, and I have to have some kind of major surgery, well, let's just say that, a person my age, I think I'm 51, I don't know, I don't care, 51, 52, something like that, right? I kind of just lose track after a while. It's just like, I don't know, I'm in my 50s something. Right, so I don't really mind getting old. It happens. You gotta kind of like accept it for what it is sometimes, right? So I greatly appreciate some people, but I am also likely, if I don't get certain help or volunteers by, let's just say, July, then I'm just gonna dissolve the ministry, and then I'm gonna be owed more That is my point. There are a lot of people opening their mouth and complaining and doing it, but are they actually attempting to do anything about anything that they find problematic or right? So be careful who you are accusing things online, everyone. Some people, and I am now in that group of people, will sue for defamation of character, I don't know, slander. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay? I am an actual certified paranormal investigator. Having a standard, like standardized training and more well structured certification process might be helpful, but anyone who immediately looks at a picture or looks at a video and immediately jumps into it's a spirit pond. Okay, well, you all are wrong 99.9% of the time. So you might want to remain quiet from henceforth, because I'm telling you the straight out, bold face truth of the matter. Okay? So, again, this documentary, right now, it's just working title Christina Radio documentary. Right? Is dedicated to the loving memory of one Major Fritz H.A. Lueth. It's a decorated war vet. He grew up in a war in another country. He came here. He learned how to fight. He had to go to another country. He hated it, but he had to fight. And then he came back here and he fucking made his way. So, you know what? If you don't like foreigners, get out of my country. My dad was an immigrant.